Here at Slater Farms, we're known for our client service and meeting exact specifications time after time. So it's no surprise that we're offering a free sample kit for your library to make your material selection process easier and accurate. Simply give us a call at 401-766-5010 or visit us at slaternaturalfarms.com and request your sample kit today.
Good afternoon. We're at the New England Regional Turfgrass Conference, and with me is Kevin Doyle, Northeast Regional Field Staff from the GCSAA. And Kevin, I was just out with your cohort, David Phipps, out in the Northwest at Missoula, and got to hear some great things going on with GCSAA. So why don't you kind of let us know what's been happening?
Sure. We're coming to the end of education season here in the Northeast, gearing up for a golf season, hopefully eventually, if the snow ever disappears. That could be a little ways away, too, from what we're hearing down on the show floor. But so education season's getting over. This is probably going to finish it up for most of the people around the region. Beyond that, we've got a lot of legislative issues going on. Vermont, Maine, Connecticut, New York, they're all pretty well the hotbeds here in the Northeast about government relations actions. And I suppose to help combat that, we've got some lobby days coming up that the New York State Turfgrass Association will run one in New York next week, and a few weeks later Connecticut will do one in Hartford as well to reach out to their state legislators and hopefully get the good word about golf out and our benefits, not only to the environment, which we're pure advocates of, but as well as jobs and financial benefits to the communities that our facilities are in.
Very good. And we have National Golf Day coming up end of April.
Correct.
And GCSAA has a strong presence in our nation's capital for that day. You want to share some of the
Very much
success
so.
stories?
Yeah, we've got our government relations committee, which works all year long to develop our core principles and what we're going to work on as an association nationally on behalf of all of our members. We've formed the coalition to go to Capitol Hill and reach out to those national legislators, the senators, representatives, and tell them the good story about golf and the billions of dollars that we raise that are true benefits to this country and the industry. So it's a tremendous advocacy opportunity. Our members really strive to perfect that and get out in front of the people that they need to in order to spin the light of golf and the true nature that it really is, which is a positive.
Very good. And GCSAA is a great advocate for the golf course superintendent, but they're also a great resource for the superintendent. And with the winter we've been having, what are you hearing up in this area? What's the talk on the trade show floor in terms of ice and snow?
Here in the New England area, we've got Maine, Vermont, some of the New Hampshire guys that are used to being under snowfall for a long time. Those are the people that we're seeing on the show floor that are a little laid back and are saying, you know what, we're going to open a little later than usual. We've got Ontario in my region here, and they're under some ice, and they've been under ice for a very, very long time. And there are big concerns up in Ontario about turf and turf loss, and they're getting tremendously proactive to remove snow, to remove ice, which this winter is really opening them up into another cold snap and other pressures on that turf as well. We've also gotten the last few storms that have rolled through the Northeast have hit the southern tiers now, the Cape Cod, Rhode Island, down into New York, New Jersey. So they were pretty well open through January, and we had a nice little warm snap there. Now all of a sudden they're finding themselves 45 days under snow cover with a modicum of ice to match that. So hopefully the ice, we get a little oxygen penetration in there. We won't get as much turf loss, but there's a lot of anxiety, and there's a broad spectrum of what we could see here in the Northeast.
Very good. Well, if you're in the Northeast, you can check Kevin out on Twitter at GCSAA_NE. Also check out GCSAA's resources for recovery on ice damage, or you can reach out to Kevin and he can point you in the right direction. So,
Excellent.
Kevin, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.